Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cruz. How are you? It's probably morning time where you are, but it is evening time where I am. I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I wanted to talk to you very quickly about something that was just kind of put on my heart. And that is, I want to tell you that you have permission. You have permission to feel the emotions that you feel, no matter what emotion it is, whether it's anger or pain or neglect or frustration or abandonment or confusion. It's really important that you find a way or that you find a person to express your emotions to, or a way to express your emotions through, whether that is through art or journaling or therapy or any other kind of way, writing a book, holding a or attending a support group. It's very, very important that we process our emotions, because the negative emotions, especially from decades ago in childhood, if you are still holding on to anger, let's just talk about anger. Forget about resentment and neglect and abandonment and all these other emotions that you could be feeling. But anger alone, if you are angry about something that happened in your childhood, or if you've gone through a divorce and you're angry because that is such an arduous, emotionally draining experience, divorce, there is a slew of emotions that people feel when they go through a divorce. If you do not process those emotions in a healthy manner, guess where those emotions stay? They stay in your body. They stay in your body because your subconscious mind keeps a record. And your subconscious mind communicates with your body. And that's how past emotions that have never been processed cause physical illness, because they're pent up inside of you. You must release these emotions. If there was one thing that I got right, I did a lot of things in my life backwards and wrong. And gosh, you know, by the grace of God, I'm doing okay today. But I could have easily become a statistic, easily, because I was not aware. And I believe it was through my personal growth and development, my initiative to read the self-help books that taught me, and through going through college, through my degrees in mental health and everything I learned there, that I learned to release my anger and find a way to process it all so that I could live in love and gratitude and forgiveness. There's so many people that refuse. They almost refuse to let go of their anger. It's like they hold on to it because it's pain for them. And they won't let it go. Why? Why, decades later, will people not let go of their anger? You all probably know, I talk about it often. My grandfather molested me when I was a teenager. And by the grace of God, I did not emotionally own that trauma. Somehow, by the grace of God, I instinctually and intellectually knew that was not me. I did not deserve that. I did not do anything to cause that. That was a sickness in that man. And I never grew up feeling like something was wrong with me. I let it go. I wasn't angry with him. I just didn't like him. I didn't like him. I didn't love him. I was not going to be around him. And I was definitely not going to let my daughter be around him. But I did not hide the secret. There are so many families that refuse to talk about incest and molestation within the family. And all of that negative energy stays in the physiology of the people, of the victim. Of the victim. We must let the victim speak their truth. You have to get it out of you. I implore you, please find a way to process your decades, your childhood trauma, the pain, any pain that you have in life. Like I said earlier, if you've gone through a divorce and you're still upset about it, you're still holding a grudge, you're still holding anger and resentment, please let it go. I implore you to please let it go. I have a friend with multiple sclerosis. I have a friend with a heart condition. I have a friend that is in dire financial straits. I have another friend in deep depression. I have friends who are deep in their substance dependence. I used to be one of them. I used to drink a lot because I didn't know what to do with what was going on inside of me. First of all, it is possible for us to have these emotions and not understand that we are stuck in a cycle of negativity and pain and anger because we are not self-aware. We must become self-aware. How do you become self-aware? You pray, you meditate, you spend time by yourself, you honor yourself, you journal, write out what it is you're feeling. You can speak on your iPhone, if you have an iPhone or whatever phone you got, a recorder, any kind of recorder, your computer. Talk it out with you and your computer. Nobody else has to hear it, but get it out of your system. Talk about what it is that ails your soul and get it out of you so that you can be free from all that keeps you imprisoned, from all that binds your healthiness. You cannot live a healthy life if you are stuck in a period in your past of anger and pain and resentment and disappointment and, my God, the emotions that people carry with them. Hate, pure hate. I was lucky enough somehow to not hate people. I didn't hate my foster parents that abused me. I remember watching them abuse people. And I could do nothing about it. My family. And I could do nothing about it as a 7-year-old. By the grace of God, I did not hate those people. I was hurt. I was saddened. I was deeply saddened for the person being abused. But I did not hate anyone. And because I did not hate, I believe that I am the way I am today. I did not hate my parents for abandoning me. I did not hate my mother for committing suicide, or they don't know if she committed suicide or if someone murdered her. But if she, the point is that she never got her life back right. Her life was probably never right, but she wasn't able to get her life right after her children went into foster care. She fell victim to powerlessness, but I never hated her for it. I never even blamed her for it. The secret to why I am a healthy human being today is that I learned to have compassion for her. I learned to have a level of understanding why my grandfather was a sick human being and molested me. I didn't make it okay, but I understood something is wrong with him. I understood that something was not available to my parents because I chose to believe that if they could have done better for their children, they would have. So I never hated anybody. I understood on some level that if these people knew how bad they were, maybe you're going through a divorce. If you could find a place in your heart that says, surely this person that once loved me and married me, if they knew the evil, the selfishness, the pain that they're causing me in this divorce, if they had a reflection of themselves, if they could truly, truly see the damage they're causing my spirit, if I could see a true reflection of myself and the damage I am causing this other human being, surely we would not want to be that person if we could see a reflection of ourselves. So growing up, I chose to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I chose not to be emotionally connected. That's so important. There was one situation in my life where I was extremely emotionally connected to that. And I was angry and bitter and hurt and devastated and depressed for almost a decade, maybe a decade. And that happened in my young adulthood. That didn't happen in my childhood. But eventually, I had to learn to pray for those who hurt me, for those who spoke ill against me. There's a Christian song by Hezekiah Walker, and it's called God Favors Me. I really want you all to Google that song on YouTube. That became my life's anthem. And that song, without a doubt, helped save my life. It changed my mentality because I started focusing on the blessings that God had bestowed upon me undeservingly. I didn't deserve blessings. In my mind, I was plotting to kill people during that one situation where I was devastated. But by the grace of God, between my relationship with Jesus, my personal growth and development books, my education of mental health, songs like God Favors Me, I grew and my mentality developed. And I grew as a human being who would rather stay in the emotion of love and gratitude and forgiveness and benefit of the doubt. And the perspective that surely had my parents or whomever knew the damage that they were causing this child of God's spirit, surely they did not mean to do that to me. And I was able to let my anger and stuff go. If you hold on to your pain, you will die from it. You will get sick. You will be depressed. It will show up in your physiology. It is scientifically proven. The body keeps count. You may push it away. You may work extra hard at work. You may go on about your life and pretend nothing ever happened. But you cannot escape your subconscious mind. You need to know that. Even though you may think, I'm over it, it doesn't matter. You're lying to yourself because your body remembers. So I really beseech you to find a way to process and eject anything that is negative within you. And we'll talk more about it in the future, but I just wanted to say that tonight before I went to bed, okay? You have to want the best for your life. And if you're going to have the best for your life and health and wellness, for not only yourself, but for your children and for the contribution and purpose that God has created you here, you have got to get over these negative emotions. You have got to dump your baggage. Okay? This is Dr. Cruz with Healing Out Loud. Good night.